Rohan, it's wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you.
When was the first time you found out about Mowgli? Not the movie, but the character Mowgli. Did you see the animation cartoon film? Did you read the book? And how old were you when that happened?
Well, actually, I grew up reading the book like at a pretty young age. So, I mean, I really loved Mowgli. He was almost like my hero in a way because, he grew up with wolves and I thought he was just a great character.
And given the fact that you're Indian American, you must have felt a certain sense of pride and attachment to your native country.
Yeah, I was very happy to be able to bring Mowgli back to its roots actually because, obviously it's very well loved in this place, and I think it's great to be able to bring it back to its origins where Kipling actually wrote it.
So are you like the most popular guy in your school? Because considering you've worked with Jason Bateman, Adam Sandler, and now with the wonderful cast that's here, this is Christian Bale.
Yeah, I know, it's just such a bucket list of a cast. It's really great to be able to work with these guys, but I mean, as far as school, I don't talk about it too much at school, but yeah.
Do you go to a regular school?
I go to a public school, yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So in terms of the motion capture, what was the most difficult scene to do? Because you guys are actually acting it out. You probably have to jump around, this, that. What was difficult to do?
Yeah, so a funny story actually. So I mean, when I was shooting with Christian, there were scenes where Mowgli actually had to jump on Bagheera's back. So I would actually physically have to jump onto Christian's back, and he would have to run with me. And with all the motion capture gear and stuff, I kept slipping off and everything. So it was kind of difficult to do the blocking and for that.
Does that mean that Kate Blanchett really had herself wrapped around you?
Well, actually, no. So the way it worked with that was we actually had these stuntmen pick me up and twirl me around, and it felt pretty natural actually. So it worked out really well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have to lose weight, or are you naturally very thin?
Well, I'm a pretty skinny guy in general, I guess. But I mean, yeah, I did a lot of training for this though. I did do a lot of research as well on YouTube, and on top of that, I actually went to upstate New York and camped out with the wolves in a wolf conservatory center in order to see like the way they interacted with each other. And yeah, that was really interesting.
Friendly wolves, or?
Oh no, these are kind of wild wolves. They have a big encampment actually, so they're not very they don't do too much interaction with humans. So you really get to see naturally the way they kind of interact with each other.
There's also a lesser talked about relationship with Baloo. I mean,
right.
Bagheera is the elder brother. What is the dynamic between Baloo and Mowgli in this motion picture?
Yeah, so Baloo obviously he's a really hard teacher, and he really tries to push the wolves. He's super into discipline and learning stuff really well. But he has a really kind of special relationship with Mowgli, and I think Andy did a great job with that, with being able to have this hard side to Baloo, but being able to have Baloo connect with Mowgli in a way he really has a place for Mowgli in his heart. Even though he may not show it too much, he really does have a strong connection with Mowgli.
I would imagine most Indian parents, even in America, would want their child to go to do a professional course. How did the first acting thing work out? Did you go out and put yourself out there as a child actor, or did it happen by accident?
No, it actually happened by accident. So the way it worked was I was actually playing Little League Baseball. And one of the moms on the team was actually a casting director for all of Adam Sandler's movies. And she has to talk to my parents, and she said she'd love to have me come in and read for the role. So next thing I knew, I was kind of on a soundstage in LA. So yeah.
What's the most amazing part about Adam? What's the most amazing part about Jason? And what's the most amazing part about Andy Serkis? So you got Jason, Adam, and Andy.
So I mean, obviously working with Adam was like a ton of fun because I mean he always had these great jokes and everything. I mean. So I remember he would always make us laugh just before the scene, and then he can obviously just like turn off his laughing super quick, but I would be left laughing kind of, but I managed, and that was really fun working with him. Jason, Jason taught me a lot of stuff actually. It's really great. Actually, one of the important things he taught me was to go to college, but yeah, it was really great to be able to work with him because I think that was his directorial debut as well. That was really interesting, but working with Andy was really great because he really is just such a great director, a fantastic director. He really is an actor's director as well, and I really got a sense of what that meant in this. Because I remember one of the first things he told me actually was, Rohan, I'll be there to guide you, but ultimately the authorship of the role is with the actor. And I thought that was just fantastic because what he was saying was, Rohan, I'll be there to push you down the right path, but ultimately the character is yours to discover. And I thought that was just fantastic.
My last question, what are your Christmas plans? You're going back to the US? Are you celebrating it elsewhere?
For my
Not this year, then what are your plans normally?
I mean, we're probably just gonna go back to New York. I don't know if we're gonna go anywhere. I mean, yeah. I mean, hopefully I can get some gifts, but I don't think we have any actual plans.
Thanks very much.
All right,
Cheers.
thank you.
All the best.